Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of The Evolution Show. My name is Juliana Stevens and I'm the owner of The Evolution Store, and this is my husband Mike.
Hello.
So Mike is going to be joining me today. Usually he's behind the scenes, but today we were able to set things up a little bit differently. We have been trying to get it to the point where we could pre-record our episodes instead of just doing the Facebook Live shows that we've been doing, which have been great because we've loved hearing your feedback and stuff. But this should allow us to produce a little bit better, higher quality content because we'll have a little bit more time to plan and put things into place. One of the comments that we got at our last episode was from Steve Guff, and he said, "Great episode, but please clean your camera lens." So, so this is exactly the kind of thing that we're trying to address.
I mean, we didn't use a camera last time, right?
I've just been using my phone, yeah. So we're definitely going to try and increase the quality of the visuals that we're able to show you because the store is such a visual experience, obviously.
Yeah.
So we really want to be able to translate that.
Tactile, visual, the smells, but we can at least bring it visuals as best as we can.
We should at least be able to bring you clear images. So
that's true.
Thanks, Steve, for pointing that out, and we are aware, and we are trying to do something about it.
Yep.
So I'll put that over there for now. So what we are going to do with this episode, past couple of episodes, we've done a couple different things. We've talked about products that we have in the store. We've given you a tour of our warehouse. We've given you shots inside the store of how we have things set up. And today we wanted to do something a little bit different. We want to switch things up a little bit.
Yep, that was my idea. I'm very excited about it.
So if you like it, all props go to Mike. If you don't like it, all blame goes to Mike. No. Either way, I'm good. Right. And so today what we are going to be doing is a little bit of a combination between an unboxing video and a review, a product review.
Telling everybody where we are right now.
Oh yeah, sorry. I'm coming to you from this blank void of an apartment.
Yeah, it's essentially a white box right now.
Yeah, so if it's a little echoey, that's why, because it's basically an empty apartment. We just moved to Weehawken, New Jersey, so that we could be closer to the store. We had lived for about 4 years in our combination warehouse, office, studio space in upstate New York, which is still there, and we still have our employees there working. But we decided to come and get a place closer to the city so that we could spend more time in the store.
Yeah, we're all in.
Manhattan.
Trying to make this work.
Yeah, it's been a challenging time for small businesses, and instead of withdrawing, we are trying to lean in. We are trying to put all of our energy, all of our creative energy, all of our passion into trying to restart the business, trying to connect with our customers and rethink the way that we do retail. And these episodes are a part of that. These episodes are another way that we are going to be able to connect with people and show you things. And hopefully if you're in the New York City area, you can still come and visit us. But if you can't, this is a way for you to see what we got going on. Yeah. So this is our apartment, our brand new apartment. We just moved in. We have very, very little furniture because we left most of our stuff upstate.
Yeah,
we basically brought like a mattress and a couch, and that's pretty much it.
While we were sitting on the floor on the mattress, and now we got a bed. So
so baby steps. But this would be a great, possible topic for us to discuss over the next several months.
I wonder with everybody in the stream things, right? Like, do they want to see us decorate the place?
Yeah, little by little, we hope to be adding.
And share?
Yeah, we hope to be adding new elements. So if that's something that you're interested in seeing us do, let us know in the comments below. We would love to get your ideas. Maybe you could post some pictures of how you have your apartment or your house decorated. If you have any cool corners with cool, creepy, beautiful natural history type stuff, even if you didn't get it from us, we would still love to see and be inspired.
Definitely.
And then maybe over the next couple of months, we could show you how this place sort of gets fleshed out and,
record it and share it. Decorate the place together, essentially. That would be kind of fun,
That would be a fun project.
Yeah, that would be a fun project.
So that's where we are today. And today, like I said, we're going to be doing a combination unboxing and review video. So we do our best to try and keep the product selection in the store fresh. We're always trying to add new products and try out new things. And a lot of the times vendors will send us samples or will request samples of new things that we're considering putting in the store. And sometimes we're really excited about putting it in the store, and sometimes we're not so sure about whether or not it's the right fit. Sometimes something looks good in a catalog, but then once you get it, it's not really what you imagined it might be. So how often would you say we try and like add new products to the store? If people are visiting us, you know, what can they expect in terms of seeing new things?
Well, I mean, I think every month, you know, it is, we got like a million things in the store. So it's like a scavenger hunt. If you come in, you will find something new, but it might be, you know, like a hidden place that you don't expect. So, but pretty much every month, every time we place orders, we try new things from people that we buy stuff from, as well as when there are gift shows going on, we try to look to new stuff to purchase as well. As we mentioned before, I think in the stream, we do have a few like guidelines, right? Like what we feel evolution is, right? Like natural history, natural history inspired art, and science. Those are really big.
Those are the big overarching categories.
So we want it to be natural or naturally inspired. We want it to be beautiful, right? Because we do sell home decor stuff. Yeah, it has to be
aesthetically interesting, aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you know, sometimes people offer us things that are just gross for the sake of being gross.
Yeah.
They're not scientifically interesting, or, you know, they're maybe just a little too over the top, a little too gory. And that's cool, but I don't know that that's exactly what we're about.
Yeah, we do have some gory stuff, but we feel like it's gotta have a certain amount of inherent beauty on it, like maybe on the execution, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm thinking of the Fiji mermaids that we carry. They are gory, they're weird, but the artist that makes them is just so well detailed.
Yeah, and they also have some historical context, which I like about them as well. It's not just weird for the sake of being weird. It has a story behind it of, you know, what inspired it. It has some basis in history and fact and stuff. So maybe we'll bring those out another time.
Yeah, and the science part, for me, I feel like it's what makes the product smart. You know, I think it gives a whole new meaning to like smart decor in the sense that you decorate your house not just with stuff that looks pretty, but stuff that has meaning, has a story behind it, and is intelligent. You know, like a piece of quartz, the history behind the stuff that we sell, the animals, and the scientific information. So we try to make sure that it's just not another decor piece, and you're not. When people come to your house and they look at your stuff, it's a conversation starter, right? Like, what's this? The beauty of it will catch their eye, and then the story with it will keep them engaged, talking about stuff. So I think it's important for us to bring the science in to make the decor smart as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So we want things that are aesthetically pleasing. We want things that are related to nature or science or art or some combination of the above. And we want things that are intellectually stimulating. So
exactly, yeah.
If those three criteria are met, usually we are willing to try a new product and see what the customers think, if they respond to it or not. If one of those elements is kind of missing, then it becomes a little bit harder for us to, we have to really like it, even if, you know, if it's not necessarily pretty, but it's like really cool, then, you know, we might still want to try it. So anyway, so today we're going to be talking about a line of products that we've carried for a very long time that is really a staple for us, and that's Specimens and Resin. So if you've been to the store, if you've been to our website, you see that we have a very large selection of specimens and resin. And what that is anything from insects to small mammals, small reptiles, all kinds of different animals, and also some plants and seeds and other botanical things that have been preserved in crystal clear blocks of lucite, which is like a kind of an acrylic plastic. But it doesn't really feel plasticky. It almost looks and feels like glass. It's very heavy duty. It's very durable. I really like it. I recommend it a lot. People ask me, what's a good gift for kids, I recommend the resins a lot because they're so durable. You know, they're not, you can have a specimen that you enjoy for years and years that can never get damaged. So I recommend that often. And also, it's fascinating because you can look at things from all different angles, and sometimes they do really interesting preparations to the specimens. So they're a great learning tool. They're a great, they make a great display. They're extremely durable, and for the most part, they're a really good value. So that's why I think this line of products has been so successful for us. Wouldn't you agree?
It's a great entry to your one-of-a-kind collection, right? And also, it's very hard to find good people selling really high quality resin. So this is, we've been working with this vendor for years, and the quality of the resin is impeccable. The specimens are beautiful.
Yeah, they're all intact. They don't look squished or distorted in any way.
Or they don't have bubbles on them. It's really nice.
Yeah, very well prepared.
So we've been really lucky that. And then they add stuff, and we try. So this is what's going on. So
we have. Let's talk about some of the pieces you may have seen in our collection before. Some things that are part of our current displays. So this is a rhinoceros beetle in resin. So you can see that it's got a really big horn, and that's the barcode side. I'll show you this side. You can see, I just love this because you can see it really in 360 degrees. You can really see the entire creature, which I think is great. And we'll have some close-up shots of this too, so you can see it. So this is kind of part of what we call our classic collection. Do you want me to put it up here?
Sure.
Okay. And so we have these single specimens, and they're pretty much all insects. There are a few that have other arthropods like crabs and stuff, but for the most part they're insects and spiders and stuff like that. And they come in 3 different sizes, but not every species is available in all 3 different sizes. Usually it's different, but there's basically 3 sizes: small, medium, and large. That's one of the large ones. And I just think that they're great because you can use them as paperweights. A lot of people use them as that. Desk decorations of all kinds, but they're also, the larger ones especially, are big enough and impressive enough to put on shelf or bookcase or something like that. And they're incredibly affordable. I mean, these are $19. $19 for a huge rhinoceros beetle that's in perfect condition that will last forever. I think is a really good value. So that's part of the sort of classic collection that we have with them. And then we have a few others.
And most of these items from this resin stuff, the insects at least, they are, I think, byproduct of the food industry. So in Asia, a lot of people eat beetles and different kinds of insects. And often that's how they're sourced, right?
Yeah.
Which is nice.
And they're
You'd
also
be amazed the kind of stuff that people eat that it's beautiful that you can sell it as a decor piece. A lot of our animals are like that.
So here we have a bat skeleton, which is very cool. You can see, and we'll have a close-up of this as well. The teeny tiny finger bones is what I really love about this specimen. You can see, and the rib cage is so well defined. And you can see in the back, you can see the little vertebrae. Every single piece of this specimen is so well preserved, is completely intact, and is really, look at it from the side. I hope that you can get a shot of this from the side, maybe in close-up. You see this perfect little profile of the bat, and it's very cool. And this is a great, teaching tool as well as a piece of decoration. And I think that this vendor also does a lot of business with schools and educational institutions, science supply companies and stuff like that. So this is really, not only is it very cool looking, but it's great for educators and, lifelong learners.
All right, next one.
And the last one, it's a big boy. This is a fish dissection. So when I'm talking about learning, this is even more of that. This is incredibly well prepared dissection of a fish. So this is the kind of thing that you might do in like a science lab in high school and stuff, where you take apart the different organs to examine and study the fish. And then you have all of the different, you have a key. It comes with a piece of paper that explains what all of the different numbers go to. The heart, the lungs, and all of that. So you can identify all of the different organs and stuff. And again, not only does it look cool, but it's extremely informative, and it's really well preserved, really well prepared. It's just a fantastic thing. And it is really, what I like about it, this one in particular, is that it's so substantial.
Yeah.
It's really a standalone piece that can, really tie a room together.
That's the
really
cool
nice
thing about these resins, is that they come in so many different shapes and sizes, that if you're trying to, create like a triangular arrangement or a step case, like a step arrangement or something like that, like you can look around and then pick the right kinds and put them around. It doesn't look boring. I think it gives a bookshelf a lot of texture and stuff.
Yeah, and in the store, we often display them in collections. So you'll have like a couple different pieces together. Here. And so like, how cool does that look? And you can switch out whatever specimens you like, tell whatever story you like with them. And I just think it looks really cool. You wanna put that up there?
Yeah, definitely something to talk about when people come over and look at this stuff in your house. I'm about to put it like that.
There you go. Good, nice little collection.
Yep.
All right, so you want to start looking at the new stuff? So I haven't seen any of this. Mike has seen it.
You might have seen a few. I have seen it. I actually try not to see, maybe in the next episode, or the next 2 episodes we're going to do, I haven't seen the stuff either. But I do buy them often without seeing it, or seeing it in a catalog, which is not the same.
Right.
So these I purchased, and we're going to talk about. We can start with this guy.
Okay.
Right?
All right. So they come to us in these big green boxes, which are great for shipping and transport, but don't look so nice on a shelf.
Yeah.
So we often take them out of the packaging so that we can display them like this, so you can really get a sense of what it will look like in your home.
Yeah, they're often sold, I think, as like teaching stuff for children, you know, in school. So the packaging is very colorful and very like loud. I guess.
It is. It is. I think often geared towards.
So we're the ones that decided that, hey, take it out of the box. The thing looks awesome on a shelf. So but that's the story about the packaging.
Okay, so we have the box. Comes like this, and then it has a little foam insert, which is good because you want to be careful with acrylic displays like this. They are very durable, obviously, and won't, they won't change color or anything like that over time. But acrylic does scratch easily, so you want to be careful, especially when packing and storing, that you don't have two pieces rubbing against each other because they can get scratched up. So they're always very careful with the packaging, which is great. Everything comes in its own little individual sleeve, again to preserve against scratches. And this is what we have. This is item number 1.
Yeah.
So this is a collection of 4 different beetles in one resin block, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, that's really nice.
The
I
back
actually
of it.
haven't seen it close up.
Yeah, so let's take a look at this. What do we have here? Can we identify some of these beetles? So I think what's cool about this is that we have all 4 of these beetles available individually, but we don't have them available as a set.
No.
So I think that's kind of cool. Is that for somebody who's trying to put together a collection, these are kind of 4, these are indicative also, it looks like maybe of 4 different types of beetles, which is interesting too, again, from a scientific, educational standpoint. We have, these are stag beetles.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, these are stag beetles. These, I believe, are flower beetles.
Yeah, Schaefer.
Schaefers, but I think those are essentially scarab beetles. I think is the family.
Yeah, this is a Schaefer, but the Schaefer, the flower, they kind of look similar.
But they're in the same family. I think they're scarab beetles. And then you have longhorn beetles. These are some of my favorites are longhorn beetles. I really like the shapes of the antennae. Yeah. And you can see it's really well preserved. Sometimes if you've ever seen longhorn beetles preserved, other places sometimes they don't do as good of a job with the articulation of the antennae. They're kind of like droopy and off to the side. It's not as cool as this. So I really like this preparation of this one. And I think that's also a stag beetle. So you might have two different types of stag beetles, right?
Yeah.
And a scarab beetle and a longhorn beetle, which I think is cool. So you get a really nice variety of different types of beetles.
Nice. You see?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
And I think that would be a good item worth trying because I think all of those specimens are popular individually.
Yeah, they are. They're all popular individually. I wonder how they're gonna do in a set. You know, like because they are like a little cramped up in terms of like being close together. But it looks cool though, and he makes it a bigger piece.
Yeah, it makes it a little bit more of a showpiece.
Which is cool. So that's interesting. I mean, I'm excited. I'll say this in a
thumbs up.
A thumbs up. Yeah, okay. I'll say this in a thumbs up, and I'm excited to see how it goes. You know, usually like the cool thing about some of the other ones is that they have a consistent color. So this is a little bit more colorful.
Yeah, well, it has the green. It is a little dark. I guess that is dark, the green is the only one that's really colorful.
I think it's cool for teaching and if you're a collector. But we'll see how it does in terms of decorating. You know what I mean? Because it's not like a specific color or you know. Yeah,
you're right.
All right, so that's the first one.
Okay, I think it's worth probably trying though.
Yeah, definitely, absolutely. Here is another one. This is also. Let me give it to you. Actually, let me just take it.
You can open that one.
I'll take the box. Alright. This one I actually saw it quickly and I was very excited because it is a wing spread beetle, which is really cool. So let me try to take it off so you guys can see. Which we don't have any wing spread in resin. I mean, we do our own.
Yeah.
In upstate New York, we spread them ourselves. We have very natural spread, but they're expensive, right?
Yeah.
Like they are not, maybe an entry level product. Where this thing, it is affordable, and it looks really good.
It looks cool.
I actually, so far between these two.
That one's your favorite?
This is my favorite. That looks amazing.
Take a look at that.
Look at that.
That one's pretty, and that's so big. I mean, look, it's the size, it's bigger than my hand. Really, really big.
And they really like that they spread the wings. I mean,
that's pretty unique. We don't often see that.
These are not the same beetles, but
they're both rhino beetles.
Yeah, they're both rhino beetles.
You can see with the horn going up his nose. It's like a rhinoceros, right?
Yeah.
So that's a rhino beetle with wings spread. And it's also, they did a really good job with the spreading of the specimen itself. The legs are symmetrical. Yeah. The antennae are intact. The different legs and limbs and stuff all sort of fall where they're supposed to. It's a nice natural spread. Sometimes with wing spread specimens, you'll see them, people will instead of taking the time to actually spread them, like articulate them, they'll rip them off and then glue them back on. And it's at an odd angle, it's at an unnatural angle. This looks like a natural angle of spreading of the wings. So it's possible that they did it.
I mean, it's not as good as our spread, but it's pretty good. It's not like smushed up. Like sometimes, like you said, people would smush them up and stuff. So this looks
unnatural.
It looks unnatural, yeah. This one I'm excited about.
Okay.
I like the color. I like the size. I like that it's a spread wing, so it's something different. This is, I think, the first wing spread insect that we're trying.
Yeah, I've never seen this from them. This is a new, maybe they have a new, a new technique that they're trying or something. But I haven't seen that before.
That is really nice. That is really nice.
Cool. Thumbs up on that one.
Thumbs up on that one. I'll put these here. Okay, next one. So this one is more like a fun one. I know you don't like it.
Okay, it's coming with a disclaimer already.
Yeah, she thinks this is tacky. But I think they do relatively well for us. And I think that there is a place for them somewhere. So this is
I think if it requires this much explanation, then let's see.
Go ahead.
Let's see. All right. Okay. So this is a different packaging.
Yep.
A little bit of a different packaging, a little bit of a different box. This is a bat. So I do like bats.
I know, but that's
like
a glow-in-the-dark bat.
But it's glow in the dark. And I don't know how I feel about glow in the dark. It's a little cheesy. It's a little bit infantile, you know?
But their glow-in-the-dark resin,
yeah.
The material that they use, this thing like is bright. You know, you leave this in the sun. At night, it's almost like a night light.
Maybe we can take some pictures after this and edit it in.
Yes, I will definitely. I'll put this in the sun, like we got big windows here. And tonight, I'm gonna take a picture. It is extremely bright. And I think it doesn't look terrible during the day in terms of it's a white thing.
It's kind of off-white.
But it's like off-white,
green.
it's a little bit of green, but I think it looks okay. And then it glows. Obviously, it's a little bit of because usually we have little keychains.
We have glow-in-the-dark
and those
keychains.
are like $6. So that makes sense. But this is a bigger purchase that glows in the dark. So we see how it does.
Is it going to appeal to people who are willing to spend more than $6?
More than $6 on a glow-in-the-dark thing. Well, I think some people are, especially for like a special gift for a kid. Like maybe not his first specimen, but maybe his second or third or fourth. You know, like once he collected a few of the smaller bats, then he gets a nice one like this. And eventually he upgrades to a frame bat.
One thing I can say that I do really like about this specimen, and what I like about resin in general, like I said, is that you can see it from all different angles.
Yeah.
And this one has been prepared in a very cool way. I don't know if maybe we can get a close-up shot of this later, where it looks like it's flying directly towards you, and you can see its mouth open, which is kind of cool.
It is kind of cool.
So,
Halloween's coming up.
Halloween's coming up, and it looks like it's flying. And you know, there is a thematic connection between bats and the dark.
So is that a thumbs up?
It's I'm willing to try it.
You're willing to try. So it's
the customer will be the judge.
Okay.
So when we disagree, you guys get to decide.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
Leave us a comment if you think this is cool or if this is not.
Yeah,
you know,
like what is it? Yeah, not classy enough. What is the place for this?
Yeah.
Right? Like, but it's cool. Anyway, I'll take a picture of it when it's really bright, and you see like a night. So we have one last one to talk about.
Okay. Hit me.
Hit you. Okay. So this guy, there is a slight problem with it.
Okay. Already with the disclaimers.
Already with the disclaimers, like the bat. It's unfortunately it comes as a set, which we always had difficulty selling those
that's
because
always a problem.
when we break the set, like some things sell better than others, and we end up stuck with them. So it's not.
It's
great.
really hard to manage from like an inventory
But
standpoint.
the resins themselves look very, very cool. So I figured that I will buy it and we can talk about it and show it to you.
Okay. All right, so I'm looking at this packaging. You can already tell it is very geared towards kids. It says biology for kids right on the box.
Yeah.
It's got a couple of cool kids looking at plants and bugs and learning about nature on the front, which is cool. I support that. But that's not really like 100% our audience. So then on the back has a picture of Charles Darwin, which is cool. Again, you know, I do like working with this company because they do pay very close attention to the presentation of their specimens, and also they have a really long, you know, a big variety of specimens that are scientifically prepared, like the dissection that we talked about earlier. So I do like that that's the angle that they're approaching it from.
Yeah.
I think that's very simpatico with what we do.
Yeah, but it's kind of like colorful, cartoony. So
yeah, it's
it
colorful
doesn't
and cartoony. It's not necessarily our,
look,
our look. So let's see. So let's look. Let's not judge a book by its cover. Let's see what's inside. Okay, so again, right off the bat, they're really gearing this towards kids. It comes with an kind of explainer guide. Take a look and see what inside. We just have a big, very colorful, cartoony little booklet that comes with it. We have a seahorse, a starfish, and a shrimp. So maybe these are indications of what lies beneath.
Inside, yeah.
Let's take a look. So it gives you a little bit of information about, it's a sea life specimen set, so I guess that's what we're seeing today. This little fact sheet about shrimp and crabs, starfish, seahorses, and they take you through the kingdom, the phylum, the class. So seahorse, for example, as in the kingdom Animalia, the phylum Chordata, and the class You want to try?
No. No. My English.
Actinorop. This is not English. It's Latin.
Well, sure.
Actinorophagy. I'm gonna go with that. Actinorophagy.
Well, it's almost. I feel like you're missing a syllable, but.
Oh.
Actinorophagy.
Oh, Actinoropterigi. Actinoropterigi.
This is crazy.
Anyway, see, I'm learning something.
Yep.
It has interesting facts about it, the life cycle, the diet, the habitat. So that's cool. We have a soldier crab and starfish craft, little arts and crafts project. Want to keep the kids entertained. And you can identify your specimens. And this also makes it look like there are 5 specimens in here.
Yeah, but I know for a fact there are 4.
Yeah, so a little oversight there maybe.
Yeah.
And some coloring pages.
Maybe the last one you gotta find it yourself.
Yeah. And yeah, so it gives you a little booklet that comes with it, which again is cute, but that's not necessarily who we're selling to is kids.
Yes.
Necessarily, we do have a lot of kids and families that come into the store, but
this is not very New York. Like
it's
with
not
the
yet.
It's got like a rainbow.
Yeah, it's very.
It's a sunshine.
Yeah. We wear black. We
Yeah.
wear a lot of black in New York. Okay, well anyway, let's get to the meat of it. All right, so it comes with these 4 specimens, so 4, not 5, which is already one thing.
They're all Animalia. I think it's just the animal kingdom.
Well, yeah, I
I'm
know,
not sure,
but that's, they said it, I didn't say it. So we have a crab here, which is cool. Very well preserved.
Oh,
The
that looks
detail is very nice. In the back, you can see how it's articulated. And we have a shrimp, which is very cool. Again, the articulation on these things is really high quality. It's very symmetrical. The specimen is intact, no broken pieces or anything like that.
This looks really good.
Yeah, it's really good
The
quality.
face of it and the texture on the shell is amazing.
Yeah.
This looks really good.
I know, and the acrylic is such a good way of viewing these things because it preserves them and it's crystal clear.
Yeah.
It's like looking at through a sheet of glass.
Wow.
And we have a starfish. The bottom of it.
This is really nice.
Top.
I'll get a close up of this later, these guys later.
Yeah. Starfish. And then finally we have our little seahorse. Everybody loves seahorses.
Yep.
Seahorses, I think, are very popular. And this one is very cute. Again, detail is really beautiful. It's like got a greenish, silvery sheen to it. It looks very otherworldly. It's very cool. So, seahorse. So, this is the collection that you get
What kind
with
of
this specimen set.
people do you think ride these tiny horses? That's my joke.
Sea
for the day.
monkeys, maybe?
Oh, sea monkeys?
Yeah.
Maybe shrimp.
Maybe it's actually bigger. Maybe the seahorse rice is shrimp.
Well, like what's the krill? Like remember that?
Krill.
Krill.
Yeah.
Movie. What movie was that?
Was it Finding? No, it wasn't Finding Nemo. It was.
Finding Nemo.
Our son was really into Happy Feet too.
Happy Feet too. Maybe they can write this thing. Oh my god, it's
the detail is amazing.
This almost looks like it's cast.
I know, it looks like it's a piece of metal, but it's not.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's really cool. I think,
Wow.
again, we're seeing that the quality of the products from this vendor is really, really high, which is always good. But in this case, it's the presentation that is problematic because
I gotta
again,
check.
it's
This
very-
does not. It's just amazing. Like you read.
I know, it's
really
well, of
like,
course
what are
it
the
is.
eyeballs?
The eyeballs are right there. I see them.
Oh, it's really crazy.
I know. It's cool.
These are particularly well done. I don't know. They were really trying hard on these guys.
Yeah. They put a lot of effort into this presentation, which is nice. But yeah, so it's the set issue, I think, is
Yeah.
problematic for us because when you have to buy all four, a lot of times like we'll take sets and we'll split them up. So we'll sell them individually even though we buy them as a set.
Yeah.
And that's problematic because you always end up with more of one than the
Versus
other.
the other,
And that's
yeah.
really difficult in terms of the inventory management and tracking and stuff like that. Because I imagine, for example, the seahorse is going to be like the most popular, and
Definitely.
maybe the starfish might be the least popular. Because we have
Especially
this,
because we sell them loose.
yeah, we have this
exact
starfish,
Yeah, species. Yeah.
and it's only like $1, and I imagine this would at least be,
Like
$10 maybe
10
or
or
something
20,
like that.
something like that. Yeah. I gotta check. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have the pricing here, so we're also trying to look at this pricing free.
Pricing free.
So
Does
that
it
we can
look
like
cool?
look
Yeah.
at does it look cool? Is it well made? Is it
Yeah.
interesting? Do we like it? And then we can try not to keep price as a factor, at the first.
Yeah. the
pass,
first
you
pass,
But yes, I think it's very cool. I wonder if we have a good relationship with this vendor.
yeah. Mhm.
I wonder if it would be possible to get them to sell it to us individually.
Yeah, I mean,
Instead
we
of
can
as a
definitely ask. Yeah, they helped us with things like that in the past. So.
Yeah, they've been very accommodating for us in the past, like
Yeah.
with packaging and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So maybe it's
Mhm.
possible because then in that case, I would try them individually, and then you can see which ones do well and which ones don't.
Yeah.
I would see if we could reach out to them because otherwise, I feel like this is a little bit might be more trouble than it's worth.
Well, there's definitely a place for them in our website because we can present them really nice on the web, and then if
Yeah.
you get that funky looking thing, I guess it's okay. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Because it's all about presentation, it's all about packaging and stuff, especially in the
Yeah,
store.
Yeah,
You want it to be visually cohesive with everything
cohesive
else.
with everything else. Yeah.
So that might be a little bit of an issue. But they are cool. They're really well done,
They're
really
really
well
nice.
made. And I like that they're approaching it from a scientific, biological perspective and stuff. It's just the execution is a little bit
Yep.
not quite right for us. So I would say further investigation for this product.
Yep. I'll make sure that I'll do the work and I'll figure out that.
Yeah, but overall, I think this is a really nice selection of items that we've looked at today.
I think so. I think that's great.
Yeah, which one is your favorite?
My favorite is absolutely the Beetle.
Yeah.
The wing spread Beetle. I think it's got a cool color.
Mm-hmm.
It's really large and imposing. We never had wing spread in resin before, which is really cool. So it's not only a cool entry level for collecting beetles and wing spread beetles versus one of the more the specimens that we do. They're really high quality. It's just that one it's a hit. For me, I think it's awesome.
Two thumbs up.
Obviously, two thumbs up. We'll see what the customer thinks, but I think that it's really cool.
Okay, cool. I agree. I think that this is definitely the most impressive of the collection. with the exception maybe of the seahorse, if we can get it individually.
Yeah, that's
If we
true.
can get the seahorse
Seahorse,
individually, I
yeah.
would say that one might be even more popular because it's even more unusual.
It is.
And it's visually very, very cool. And it'd probably be less expensive, so I think it might appeal to more people.
Maybe, yeah.
But I would say that the wingspread beetle is very cool. I really like the collection too. I wonder if it's a little too dark, if it's not necessarily as aesthetically attractive as it could be. So I would like to try that and see what people think.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments if you think that this is a cool thing or not. But I think it's worth trying. I think it's worth putting out there and seeing how people respond.
Yeah, I think so. So that'll be cool.
And then I'm okay with trying the bat.
Yeah, I think it's gonna do well.
I think we'll see. I think I'll bet you like $1. I don't think it's gonna work, but I'll bet you.
All right.
The bet?
$1. We take about 6 months to evaluate a product.
Okay.
Essentially it's about 3 buying cycles for us. And in the end of the 6 months, we'll see how it goes.
Okay. All right. We'll see. Let us know if you think I'm right or if you think Mike is right.
Yeah.
And then finally the sea life collection. So which we're gonna see if we can get
I like
it
that a
individual.
lot.
So
Just if we could get it individual, it'd be amazing.
yeah. Otherwise, it might be more trouble. I think that it's
Then
worth.
maybe.
So anyway, but this was fun. I really enjoyed doing this. I hope that you guys like to see a little bit of our thinking process and see a couple, maybe a sneak preview of some new things that are not even on the shelves yet, but that will be soon. Let us know what you think. And then I like to end the episodes by reading a comment. You guys have been giving us some great feedback. So here's one. This is from our episode about hematite magnets that we did a few weeks ago, where I talked a lot about the minerals that we have in the store. So this is from C Melody, and she says, "This is great. I had it on my list to come back to this store to peep out the available minerals. This gives me a great overview before I come." So thank you, C Melody. That's exactly what we were trying to do, is give you an overview of what we have available in store, and that also gives me a little chance to plug again the fact that we are doing virtual shopping appointments. So if you would like to have me give you a private tour of what we have in the store, if you're not local to New York, or even if you are and you're not ready to come into the store yet or want to see what we have before you make the trip, I would love to do that. I could show you. We have so many more things in the store than we do on our website. We try our best to take pictures of things and upload things, but we couldn't possibly upload everything that's in the store. We have literally thousands of different items. So I would love to have an appointment with you if that's something that you're interested in doing, and I could show you different categories of things and just give you a no obligation, no cost, virtual shopping video chat. So if that's something you'd like to do, you can email us at info@theevolutionstore.com, or you can leave a comment and I'll reach out to you and we'll set it up.
Yeah, that sounds good. We're going to do a few more episodes like this. We're going to be reviewing products. And let us know how you like it, right? Like these product reviews and this first look into things, aside from the future products that we usually do, right?
So let us know. It's been great, doing these. It's been fun. And if you enjoy watching our videos, please subscribe. Hit a like and leave us a comment. Also follow us on Facebook and Instagram, where we post a lot of updates. We're at The Evolution Store on those platforms, and then on Twitter we're at The Evolution NYC. So you can follow us there as well. In the meantime, we'll see you next week. We'll try to post these every week, and see you then. Bye.
Bye-bye.